Yes, this is me, Hudson George. Well, now is Independence time, man. Oh no, it's Independence time, and we, as Grenadians, supposed to celebrate our 51st year of independence. We didn't fight war with foreign forces to get independence. It was given to us by the British after hundreds of years of slavery. But by the time the British left, or were willing to leave, we were break up into classes, the different classes, because Grenada was a plantation society, or still kinda to some extent. So my life now is to tell the Grenadian people we must celebrate independence, not as in the way when we fought among ourselves when the British want to give us independence. So we don't need to create all kind of academic discourse to get into our independence celebration. After tomorrow we'll make 51 years, so Grenadians should just celebrate independence. If you want to go on the beach, go on the beach. You want to go in military parade, you want to go listen to the politicians, the visitors, go. You could go. This is not a time for us to argue over independence again. 51 years. We start in the next 50 years tomorrow. Right? So most of the people who were alive during independent time, when we get independence, they are dead and gone. The older folks die and gone. So those of us around now, at our age, if you are adult, over 50 years, you mightn't see the next 50 years to say you go celebrate the 100 years. You might have a few people, but not a lot. Even around the young population, a lot of them wouldn't be around for the next 50 years. So let us not politicize independence again. Go celebrate it the way you like. You want to make a party and drink and eat, you want to cook, you want to hike, you want to go on the beach, or you want to stay in your house with your immediate family, stay in your house. There is no need to politicize independence with all kind of stories. There is no intellectual discourse to justify that what we did in the past to say Grenada were not ready for independence. There is no discourse to prove is a fact. And also, all the scholarly people who took the socialist route or the anti-Gary route, if you are socialist or you're anti-Gary, or you're anti-Gary Gulp movement, that's your personal opinion. That's your personal political belief. But it cannot justify that we shouldn't have the independence in February 1974. And there is no way we could compare February 74 with this fake holiday this present government want to impose on us as October 19th. Now, February 7th, 1974 will always be the copyright of Grenada. That day is the birth of Grenada as a country, a sovereign country. So Grenada is going to be 51 years tonight. Anything after 11:59, when it's 12 o'clock, Grenada is going to be 51 years old. We cannot change that date in our history. It is signed, sealed, and delivered. October 19th will never last. It will be around as long as we have this government in power, or if a next government comes that is friendly to the Maurice Bishop Revolution, the day will linger around. But that day eventually will go. Also, I'm talking for rural Grenadian now. I'm a rural Grenadian. We must stop being naive. We must stop being naive and believe in that certain section of the population is going to speak for us. We must speak for ourselves. Grenada is not a country with one political idea and one political opinion and one group of people in politics. Grenada politics is very complex. So if you stay silent on certain issue, you stand a chance to suffer. And if you school in the country in Grenada, what high school you been, or if you never been to a high school and you know the history of Grenada, come out and give you history. Don't wait for Caribbean people who are sympathetic to the revolution or sympathetic to a political party in Grenada to write your history for you. You come out and speak for yourself. Because we have a visit from a Nigerian billionaire. They say he's the richest African, the richest black man in Africa, the richest African. He visited Grenada. And I'm just presupposing that between tomorrow and by the end of the week or during the weekend, we will hear this Nigerian billionaire talking about the extraction of island gas, because the deal signed already. He will be drilling island gas in Grenada. This is good news. And we mustn't politicize the visit of the Nigerian billionaire, Dangote. And I'm going to say why we shouldn't politicize it. We must, certain things, just leave it go. One, the majority of us, if we do our DNA, we have Nigerian blood. When I say Nigerian blood, we most likely tied to a tribe in Africa that is from Nigeria. Because Nigeria have hundreds of different tribal black people, right? So a lot of Grenadians have DNA tied to Nigeria and other countries bordering Nigeria and in the area. Another thing again, as I said in a live before, I left school in 1974. When Grenada get independence in 1974, and Eric Matthew Gary, the first prime minister, went to the UN to address the UN as a new member, as a country. He met the president of Nigeria named Yakuba Gowon General Yakuba Gowon. And Yakuba gave Gary, I think it was $2 million, either $2 or $4 million US dollars. And he said he recognized Gary as a brother, Eric Matthew Gary. And when Gary came back from the UN as the first Prime Minister of Grenada and addressed the UN, he called his people, his supporters, and he told them his brother gave him money. That was General Gowon, President General Gowon. I think I said that before in life. So we have a rookie government with new people, the young people. They might think Grenada is not new to friendship with Nigeria. Nigeria embraced Grenada in 1974 under the leadership of Eric Matthew Gary. And also, after they had the Dorfus Commission, after the independence, and they had all the thing about police abuse and things did happen during the strife and all the trouble. Police brutality and so. It was some Nigerian military people come and reform the police force. And they pick new recruit. I could be a policeman that time if I wanted, because I had friends in same class with me in high school who joined the police force that time, and they asked me if I want to join. Right? I was young that time. So I know what I'm saying. So this thing about the Nigerian rich man, the billionaire coming to Grenada, don't politicize it. Nigeria is the first black country outside the Caribbean recognize Grenada. So if they come in and drill island gas, I don't have a problem with that. And also, those rookie NDC supporters and the rookie NDC politicians, they don't know history. They don't know nothing in terms of that. So if they believe they're the first to bring the Nigerian to Grenada, no. Nigeria accepted Grenada since 1974 as a black diaspora country under Eric Matthew Gary. So whatever happened is just an enhancement of that cooperation between Nigeria and Grenada. And those days, Nigeria dollar was big and oil was booming in Nigeria when we get the money. So Nigeria helped reform our police force, and Nigeria gave Grenada at either $2 or $4 million as a present for independence. It's like you a child baptizer and his auntie and uncles and grandpa give her money. So Yakuba Gowon is still alive. He's not dead. He's still alive. He gave Gary money. So we must not politicize that visit. There is nothing for this new government to claim as anything extra. The link was there already. And if they sign a good oil deal with the Nigerian tycoon, the rich man, I'm happy for Grenada. We don't need to politicize that. And going forward after these 51 years, we as Grenadian, especially rural Grenadian, we must not wait when the house window blow by a hurricane, or if the house flood, or if we're on a boat and the boat is sinking to bail out water, or if the house damaged, to fix it. We must take precaution. Don't stay silent. Be a part of the history of Grenada. Rural people. we're the only one to defend Grenada. You can't be allowing a small group of people, most of them with a leftist ideology, always talking about a revolution and this and that and that and that and that. From one corner, and they want to make all these decisions and want to change everything. We must continue to oppose October 19th. That day have to go. Whether this government lasts 15 years in office, but when they go, we have to take it out. That is not a good day to celebrate as something sacred or nothing. But the Independent Day of Grenada, this is the copyright of Grenada, and we must build on it. We must build on it. So celebrate, when we celebrating we independence, don't fret. As I say, if you want to go listen to Prime Minister Dick Mitchell tomorrow in the military parade and the independence speech, go. Don't stay in your house and say, oh, I'm not going. Go. If you don't want to go and you want to go to other activity, go. Because it's your freedom. This is not October 19, the fake holiday. Grenada independence is ours. Because without February 7, 1974, we will not have a passport. Right? We will still be British subject. So you have a Grenadian passport, so you're sovereign. And from now on, don't wait for when your party in power to celebrate independence. And I will say it again, the people who preaching, who coming up with all this October 19th holiday, that's nonsense. These are the people who wanted to eliminate February 7th, 1974. So because they failed, and they have to accept February 7th, 1974, they're trying to make October 19 some kind of a sacred day in Grenada history. But it's not sacred day. The real day is February 7th. Now, I get a lot of problem for that video where I talk on October 19th. I call it the blessed day in Grenada. And a lot of people hate me for that. I met one guy in Toronto who threatened my life for my activism. But what I'm saying, the same people who try to threaten you and play the bad for you not to say nothing, they are cowards. They don't bust in a bile. They don't harm nobody. They're just talking. But they've been talking all the time because they think other people stupid, or we doom or we dodoi. So we don't know to speak for yourself. So when people like me come out and talk about the Grenada history, what I know, when they meet me, they want to threaten me, but I don't really afraid them. You understand? Because the Constitution of Grenada is a Westminster system of democracy, where citizens have a right to exercise the political views and values. And these people who, they might talk anti-imperialists, but they want to replace the colonialists to be the new colonialists over us. So, this morning I listened to a guy, I think his name is what? Something Brave Boy was in him. I think his name is Delbert Brave Boy. He was on Real FM radio. And he gives some real serious history. Now, a man like Delbert Brave Boy, you will never see him on Beyond the Headlines. Or you wouldn't see him on no program on GBN. Because the people in the south of the island, they hijack the media. So we, the outer parish people, we don't have a say. And what they do, they have friends on Facebook harassing people like me. You know, last year, independence, my Facebook was blacked. I was blacked for 1 month. And up now, I don't know how I get blacked. All I know, I was on my Facebook page and I see on Messenger, somebody come on my page and they wave their hands like that. But I was so, not looking as danger, I wave back. And after I wave back, my Facebook blocked my page for 1 month. They say I react to some person on Messenger, and it could be something bad. So I don't know if I was set up by some hacker or something just to spite me, because I was the kind of guy who oppose certain thing of this new government. And what I oppose is not to say I was really anti the NDC, but there were certain things that they doing I didn't agree with. It's just a certain thing the NNP were doing too, I didn't agree with. But what they did, they make sure that they locked me down. I got locked down from Facebook, and I couldn't watch nothing in Independence, so I don't know who somebody set me up. And then when Facebook asked me, I said, well, I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong. And they said, well, I go against the rules. But other than blaming Facebook, I believe somebody set me up. But after that, I never had really problem with Facebook again. It's not Facebook fault. So I was in Facebook jail for 1 month. Right? Because some of the things they lay on me against me, I beat it, but I couldn't beat the lockdown. And I never been locked down again. So these people from the time the revolution and they turned the NGM into the PRG, they think they own Grenada. And they don't recognize rural Grenadians. Or if you're in school in certain school in town, they don't really recognize you. All of them have this crap in them. But how they fighting them? And I don't really, one or two of them might trouble me, but some of them, they might not really like me, but it doesn't interfere with me. Because if they interfere with me, I go answer them. But I don't pick and fight with them because they didn't trouble me. You understand? But if they trouble me, I go react. So what I'm saying to you now, as Grenadian, we must celebrate the independence and continue as rural people. Stand up and be part of Grenada. Don't let a minority of people hijack the media. I claim my space in the media a long time. Writing newspaper. I write newspaper, I make Orlando Sentinel. I make Chicago Tribune. I make newspaper all in India, Nigeria, Cuba. I make newspaper in Cuba already. All over the world by writing. So I'm not new to the media. I'm in the media a long time. Right? Some of them even spite me in Grenada. But they couldn't spite me with Leslie Pierre. They couldn't able to spite me with Leslie Pierre Vice newspaper. Although I never saw Leslie Pierre in person, I used to write his newspaper, The Voice. And I learned from him even though I never see him. And when I write my article, sometimes he publish it and he might tell me, well, I didn't like that or I like this. You understand? And he might do some editing. I used to write in Canada, I write for the Informer newspaper, they publish me. I write for New Today or Grenada Today, all the names he had, They never treat me bad. I even know Grenada. I used to write for them. But there was an element of people who was incorporated in the NNP government from 2018 2018 to now, to 2022. After they leave the NDC party, they go into the NNP party and they slip in bit by bit. They advise now the Grenada not to publish me. So now Grenada was under pressure not to publish me. But what I had published before now Grenada is still there. I don't have nothing bad against now Grenada. It was the same Revo people and them. Somehow they get a little niche into thing and they don't like me, so they was after me. That's why I just give them licks now, you know. They could only threaten me. They threatening my life. They can't do me nothing. You understand? I meet one into Ando, he telling me what they go do me. So he's one threatening me. So I doing my thing. So we have to continue doing what we're doing. And when you meet them and they tell you, oh boy, so thing go up meet you. They threaten you, they're trying to frighten you. You understand? I meet a couple of them. You see you, what you go get, this, that. You know, talk. You understand? That just to scare me. Because why? They want to control the media. They want to control the media to keep people who are not informed in darkness. So, whether you NNP or you NDC or you independent like me, celebrate independence. I have nothing against Nigerian billionaire. No. If you could bring business in Grenada, bring business. What I don't like is the infiltration of these people into the two main political parties, and they're creating niche, and they want to push narratives and influence. It's not the NNP party or the NDC party per se I have the problem with. I have a problem with this old Revo people and them with the propaganda still. For example, I was watching something the other day with a guy named Dan Ross. I watched a video of him talking about the Grenada Revolution. And he's a Maurice Bishop supporter. I think he was Maurice Bishop press secretary. Dan Ross. I think he is from St. Vincent but he ethnicity is Portuguese, I think. Portuguese Vinci from St. Vincent. He was on a thing called some socialist thing on Facebook. And he was telling the interviewer that Unison Whiteman is the one who studied the Jewel movement. And before he turned New Jewel movement. And that what he was saying was a lie. Unison Whiteman didn't study the Jewel movement. He was one of the member in the New Jewel movement when he started, but he didn't start it. Judge Brizan was a member too, and he left when Bishop and Code came because he said he didn't trust them. So when you have these kind of people and them feeding young people with political information, they're lying. Hey, you understand? Because they preaching a left-wing political vibes. So when people read that about the revolution, they go, oh, Unison Whiteman was killed on the 4th. He is the founder of the Jewel movement. But that's a lie. He was not the founder. He was a member. You understand? So this is why I just get problem in them. And when they meet me, they want to give me talk. to fight me, boy. Something will happen with you, this, that, that. You want to stop that? They can't stop me. So go out there, enjoy your independence all you want. And if you don't support the government, don't say nothing bad about the Nigerian businessman. Don't do that. Because if government change, we still go have to do business in Nigeria. It's the same thing. We got to learn from these NDC people. They were against Cohen on Calivini Island. They even tell the people of Grenada, they made them feel he own an island. But the man don't own no island. He buy the land on the island from Ken Mill, James Mill and them. Grenadian people sold land for him on the island. He don't own an island. They were anti all the big hotel. Now they're not whining and dining with the hotel owners. So we must grow past this petty politics. So if you see the Nigerian and them come in Grenada and do business, they go be here. Because once you see the man come down, yes, we have island gas. So we can be mad with Chinese businessman, Nigerian businessman, American businessman, English businessman, wherever, Singapore, wherever the businessman come out, leave them out of the politics. And continue to educate yourself politically and to be able to refute those lies. Because I still recognize two political parties in Grenada right now, because I believe in two-party system, or three or any amount. The NNP and NDC, I like to see them there. I will criticize them. And I will praise them when they do good things. But I am totally against October 19th, 1983 nonsense they want to put on us. So if you have an election in Grenada and they tell me vote to get it out, I will vote against it to get it out. And the new government must learn to get this October 19th out of their head and enhance February 7th as a day when Grenadians teach people to celebrate Grenada independence across the board, regardless of your political affiliations. We don't need to be incorporating a next thing to divide us up. That doesn't make sense. Because no foreigners didn't kill Grenada PRG guys, they kill themselves. But we know February 7, 1974 make us a sovereign nation and we have a passport. We have seat in the UN. You understand? He make us a people. Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Matnik and whosoever living on Isle of Roon sometime. You understand? So anyway, this is me, Hudson George. I say happy independence to everybody. I go on till I come again.